All right, everybody, good morning and welcome back again to the KSR YouTube channel. And like you saw in the thumbnail, we have an update on the KSR versus NASCAR YouTube copyright saga. And we got to get a sneak of weather update in before we get too involved into this morning. Foggy, kind of chilly. It's like 58 right now. And based off the comments that I saw from the last video, well, it probably wasn't the last video where I got everybody to tell me what the temperatures were. It's cold where some of y'all are at. And I will never live in a place like that because I don't like cold. Well, I like cold if I'm snowboarding. If I'm not snowboarding, I don't like the cold. Anyways, let's get into it. All right, rolling in. It's actually Sunday, but we're doing a little peek down here. What all we got going on in the shop this week. Wrapping up this thing will hopefully be on the dyno this week. We're waiting for the interior panels to come in for the rear. Go back and look through some other videos if you want to see why that all happened. The truck is in for a brake upgrade. So that's pretty snazzy. And we switched his gear vendor's wiring to the more modern control box. So just thought that was kind of cool. Also, while you're here, if you want some KSR merch, winwithksr.com. You know, it helps us keep making videos like this. And obviously we're kind of in the middle of this December push to do a video every single day. And so far I'm on track. And thank you all that have been supporting and giving encouragement along the way for saying you like all the videos and all that other cool stuff. But we're getting back into this NASCAR funny business. And, oh yeah, I gotta take those home for my kids. My, came down here to upload a video and they wanted some stuff printed. Tell you what, it is amazing what you can do with a 3D printer. All the different ways you can print stuff that everything bends and folds together. That's cool. Anyway, I have a list of things to print for my youngest. So anyways, back to the NASCAR stuff. If you guys don't remember, NASCAR or NASCAR Media Group filed a claim on my video in 221 saying that I copied footage from their 2022 Fox Factory 120 video. Now, already, like, there should be some math and some basic understanding here that should prevent this ever from being a claim. But they went ahead and filed the claim. Now, like we talked about in the first video, I'm thinking that it was probably some kind of AI generated thing that looks at, looks at the background and over a certain period of time. I don't know, but clearly this is from my video. Viper, making Viper noises. This is their video. And there is a section in here that's somewhere. Oh, there we go. Just past it. That's in car, but it doesn't sound like a Viper. It's got a sequential transmission. Anyways, it's from 2022. How could I have copied it in 2021? Clearly, I hope it's AI because I at least want to blame a computer for being that dumb instead of it being someone that, looked at this. I mean, I would assume that there's still someone sitting at a desk somewhere that's like, yep, this is a copyright claim. And somehow in their business plan, this makes sense. I don't get it, but here we are. And thankfully, after reviewing your dispute, NASCAR Media Group has decided to release their copyright claim on your YouTube video. I mean, we knew that was going to happen. It literally is impossible. But just this whole process, and I feel like it kind of plays into the whole other NASCAR lawsuit that's going on. You know, the big one between 2311 Front Row Motorsports and NASCAR, and some of the details that have come out from the behind the scenes stuff. And I will say it's kind of disappointing to see some of the stuff that, you know, has happened with those guys behind the scenes, the text messages that were sent regarding people that have built the sport, like the stuff they said about Richard Childress. Not cool. I mean, yeah, I know I'm little fish compared to anything of that, but in the kind of the same vein, at least my opinion, kind of feels like it's the same type of situation. Like they feel like they have to have their hand on everything related to their product, but yet they're not supporting the people that helped build that product, and they don't appreciate the people that helped them build their product. They think that they could just get somebody else to step in. No, they probably can't, because the big world of NASCAR racing and stuff, you got to step in with $100 million investment if you're talking about building a team from scratch. And actually, that's not even including buying a charter. I was just thinking a shop, the cars, the personnel. I wasn't even thinking having the charters, which would allow you guaranteed entry into all of the races. Sure, you could build a team for $100 million and just show up and try to qualify for one of the last few spots for the open teams. If you guys don't know how all that works, you can do a little research on NASCAR. But basically, if you own a charter, you're guaranteed entry into every single race, no matter how slow you are. So there's pros and cons of that, in my opinion. But I know we all got those little YouTube recap things for what videos we watched. And my number 2 channel was NASCAR. So I'm not just somebody that's complaining about, or NASCAR says I copied their stuff, and it's like I'm genuinely a fan. Like I watch I watch all the highlights of all the races, truck, Xfinity, which is now the O'Reilly series, or will be in 2026, and then the Cup series races. I watch all the highlights. I watch some of the races live. I went to the Daytona 500 last year, thanks to one of you awesome fans who invited me and to have a ticket with them, and it was awesome. I'm not gonna lie, it was fantastic. And then also was over there for Cletus's ARCA race. Went over and watched all that. That was awesome. And I have a goal of one day also racing in an ARCA race. Kind of funny how all this works out, but the NASCAR show is the biggest American racing on TV. So maybe we're letting in, if you guys didn't know this about me, I would genuinely like to go try an ARCA race. Do I think I would win? No. Would I like to run mid-pack or better? Yeah. Do I think I can run mid-pack or better? Probably depends on the track, honestly. I've looked at possibly running Indianapolis Raceway Park because I've raced there quite a bit, know the track. Daytona would be awesome, and that's actually, I've talked to Cletus about this, and he told me to run Daytona or Talladega, which I definitely enjoy the drafting races, but I think I would stand a better chance at one of the other tracks. And it's big money to go do this kind of stuff, and that's big money that I don't have yet. And we're working on putting something together possibly, but it's a big thing, and maybe this opens it up. Plan to talk to some people at PRI later this week about, potentially coming on board as sponsors to help make that happen. So, if you guys want to see me running an ARCA race, let me know down in the comments. That is something that's, like I said, it's on the radar, and it's a possibility. It's a dream of mine. Like I'm telling you, when I tell you guys I go way back with NASCAR fandom, talking like back to the late 80s. I'm like 7, 8, 9 years old, wanting to watch racing on TV Sunday afternoons. Definitely. Like, I was a Dale Earnhardt fan, I was a Bill Elliott fan, which those two guys were, pretty big rivals. Then as Jeff Gordon came into the scene, I kind of was a Dale Earnhardt and Jeff Gordon fan, which I know that doesn't make sense, but watching them compete against each other, I thought was awesome. And then you come to find out years later that they were business partners and did a ton of things together. So, but anyway, just rambling here. I need to get this wrapped up so that I can wrap up some other things I got to get going on today. Just wanted to get this out of the way, give you guys an update because a lot of you asked for an update. So that's going to wrap it up for this video. Like I said, I appreciate everybody that offered up their support and their opinions with the whole KSR versus NASCAR drama. And we have emerged victorious. Yes. All right. Thank you again for tuning in. See you guys tomorrow. So, we came up to K1 Karting in Jacksonville, kind of for my birthday weekend thing. We just did Top Golf too. Just had some fun, kind of, like I said, for my birthday weekend. But all three of my girls are out here on some go-karts. They don't go-kart a lot, I will admit that. But my two oldest have before, and my youngest, who is the most fearless, this is her first time in a go-kart, where she's in total control. This could be entertaining. And I say that with all the concern of a parent. So I may do this as a members only video, and if you guys don't know, we do have a monthly members thing that we can do. But it's mostly us picking on each other, which is hilarious. And there's a couple of different levels of all that, but this should be pretty entertaining, so it might end up on the main channel. I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Hopefully there's no tears afterwards, but we'll see how this goes, and then we'll decide whether or not which video it goes into. All right, we're on track. Oh, there goes my middle one. Oh, we got a traffic jam. Are they messed up? Are the carts messed up? Or are they just not pushing the gas pedal? Oh, there we go. Now we got some juice. Oh, sailors in the wall. That didn't take long. All right, we're going again. There we go. There's my little one. Oh. There you go, Cora. Go, Cora, go. There's my oldest. And there's my middle. All right, we're racing. Sayla's trying to pass Karis. Oh, there she goes. Oh, Karis said, uh-uh. All right, there we go. that kid's flying.
Carrots has really good lines. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oh, this is great. Should have learned how to drive though. That's all three of mine right there. Yeah. Oh, we're figuring this out. Oh, Sayla got through. All right, we survived. Woo! Now, let's see if they want to do another one. All right, I may have created a monster. My youngest is out here cooking it. Oh, a little sideways. That girl. She's driving away from her older sister. Oh, a little sideways. Oh, a little sideways. Yes. Ooh, that was a good corner. Good corner. A little wide. A little wide. Corey's driving away from Sayla. Oh. Oh no. Oh bonk. Well, time's over. Good job, Cora!